Fire season is here, and we at KOIN 6 want to make sure you're prepared. Hi, I'm Chief Meteorologist Natasha Stenbach. We offer more than just a 7-day forecast, and this season we want to make sure you know what to look for and what we're monitoring when it comes to developing a fire weather forecast. Now let's head inside the studio with meteorologist Kelly Baird.
Fire weather forecasting can be challenging due to the complex interactions between our weather, dry fuels out there, and our local topography. But we can use large-scale weather models to predict dry spells and heat streaks, and from there, higher resolution forecast models can help to pinpoint where high-risk wildfire areas may be. One thing we look for in our forecasts is an extended period of dry, hot, and windy weather. And the first sign of this is typically with a ridge of high pressure that forms in the upper atmosphere. So as we head towards our summertime, we tend to get this pattern a lot. And these ridges of high pressure tend to dry out our region too and give weeks of rain-free weather here in the region.
Nearly 85% of wildfires in the U.S. are caused by humans. However, lightning is one of the natural causes. During summertime, the Pacific Northwest sees frequent thunderstorms throughout the afternoon hours. So when we see thunderstorm potential in the forecast, we need to be on high alert.
The latest information from Predictive Services, a national interagency fire center, shows us the significant wildland fire potential is projected to be above normal for western portions of Oregon and Washington. So why the increased fire danger? Since the beginning of the rainy season last October, our rain totals have been well below normal. And that's a deficit of more than 8 inches as measured at PDX, and we're still counting. Now, last winter's snowpack bounty was above normal for much of the Pacific Northwest, but a lot of that snow fell over higher elevations. That, coupled with warmer than normal spring temperatures, led to a quick snowmelt for lower mountain terrain. Less snow leads to dry vegetation. That's a key ingredient that feeds wildland fires. That's why fire experts closely monitor how much moisture this vegetation can hold, known as fuel moisture.
The National Fire Danger Rating System is what's used nationwide to gauge the volatility or the dryness of forests and brushlands and grasslands across the United States. And part of the National Fire Danger Rating System requires measuring fuel moisture, which is basically a representation of the moisture content of downed logs, of dead twigs and pine needles and things laying around on the ground. Those are volatile, and the drier the weather gets, the drier those fuels get, and therefore the higher intensity of a fire that breaks out in those types of fuels. We track the moisture levels day by day as we go through the fire season to see just how volatile they are. When they start hitting critical levels based upon looks at the past and past wildfire outbreaks, then we know we're at critical risk now and we take appropriate action.
Firefighters have the best chance for tackling a blaze if they can get to it as soon as it ignites. But it's much harder for fire crews to tackle a wildfire in a remote grassy field or deep in our forests.
And that's what we saw last year. It takes just one spark from lightning or even heavy machinery to set grass like this on fire. And just last year, too, we saw several of our largest fires traveling over hard-to-reach slopes and throughout our dense forests.
Variable wind conditions can make fire movement hard to predict. We can use the help of high-resolution wind models to help forecast the way fires expand. But even the best weather models aren't always accurate. The heat produced by fire can create thermal winds that can drive its growth. More research on fire behavior still needs to be done. Worsening air quality has been more common in recent years. Just last year, at one point during summer, the cities of Seattle and Portland were listed among the top 3 dirtiest in the world due to smoke pollution. Large-scale wind patterns help to describe the movement of smoke and pollution in and out of the Willamette Valley. And smoke pollution paired with high-pressure ridges is the recipe for smoky skies that can last days. Over the past 4 years, our region has been notorious for smoky skies in August.
We can't control the weather, but we can control our response to these conditions. When you hear the KOIN 6 weather team forecasting hot, dry, and windy conditions, think about what you would do if you got the call to evacuate your neighborhood. Remember, ready, set, go. Number 1, create defensible space around your home. Number 2, prepare your family. Know your escape routes. Have an emergency supply kit. Number 3, act early. Pay attention to your surroundings and be ready to go when a wildland fire approaches. When officials tell you to evacuate, go. You can find a detailed wildfire evacuation guide on our website, KOIN.com. From all of us at KOIN 6, be safe and be ready this fire season.